フルカウンター
The new Black Clover Mobile game was announced late last year and to be had a lot of success, a lot of hype around the actual trailer. It even got more views than something like Series Origins, which is arguably going to be a much better game because it is open world compared to the turn-based game that we're going to get for Black Clover. And well boys, it's almost been 1 year since the announcement of the game and we're still yet to get any real information. So today we're going to go through what happened to the game and what's going on so you are up to date about the release of the game and also what's going on to well when we get massive news in the next couple of weeks. You're going to be up to date. So boys, let's just jump in. If you do enjoy the content and you're going to be planning to play Black Clover Mobile, then do subscribe because we will be covering the game on the channel as well. So boys, let's just jump in. Alright, so what is happening? Honestly, I think the game was probably announced a bit too early. I mean, the only time they could really announce it was at Jump Festa, which was last year. But to be fair, probably wasn't a good time to announce it this year. But they had planned to release the game sometime around July this year. So delays do happen. And if you watch the first initial trailer, they don't show too much actually. They don't even show gameplay apart from obviously story cutscenes that happens very early on in the story mode. But also they're kind of filling the time to include the actual end of the song. They animated a lot of scenes from the actual opening, which is strange, although it has no context towards the actual game. It was something they did to kind of long out the actual trailer to make it more fancy, more developed even. And honestly, I don't think they even realized how popular the game was going to be because it got over 1 million views on other channels and the game was popping. So to ride off the hype that they've built up, they started to release little trailers of actual characters that I'm sure you've seen throughout the whole year now basically. And while the trailers are definitely nice, we get some nice OSTs, we see the artwork, we see them in game, the actual animations, they're also hiding the gameplay. We don't see much. I mean, this is not, it's going to how it's going to look, but it's not how it's going to play. But one thing we can decipher from the gameplay is that yes, it will be turn-based. It's very apparent from even the first trailer if you actually pay attention. Although I do understand why people thought it was going to be open world, especially because around that time we did get the Series Origins trailer, which was you could argue looks the same in some situations, but unless you pay attention, it's definitely a turn-based game, which I know people don't like, but personally I am all for it because I think turn-based games are definitely more strategic, especially for YouTubers. We can kind of go in and use whatever we want to and have a lot of fun with all the stuff we could do. I can't imagine uploading daily on Genshin. It would be almost impossible, I think so. But one thing was missing from the trailers, and that was the voice acting. Because the game was announced probably a bit too early, they are yet to require the voice acting for the characters, and I know that sounds weird to say, but like I mentioned, the game is in very early development. I mean, even right now, they haven't officially announced the actual title for this new mobile game, although now we do know it is the Open of Fate, Black Clover Mobile. We know this because on the actual trademark Twitter account, they tweeted out the official image that was filed around October time, so it's coming soon. It also was leaked by them on Twitter because they actually posted the logo in the top left corner, which is then replaced soon afterwards. But what does this mean? It basically means the game is finally coming soon. Also, recently in the actual developer update that they do around once a month, they posted a screenshot where we saw, to be fair, a massive update towards the game. I mean, look at this screenshot compared to the one we saw in the first initial trailer. There's a lot more stuff now. There's more colors, there's more actual skills even, more upgrades. The game is coming along now, and I think, to be fair, boys, they're ready to show some stuff sometime soon. So currently right now on Twitter, they have been announcing a few actual events that's going on right now. We kind of just saw Fagolion versus Nozel, for example, and we kind of got in Fagolion, which I yet to react to, by the way. I might do that in a future video. But in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to get Nozel for, obviously, you know, the trailer announcement, see his gameplay in game, although it's not official gameplay. Maybe decide to add voice acting in them trailers, but that's yet to be seen. But what I think this leads up to is probably Jump Festa again, boys. Yes, Jump Festa, where they announced the game last year, is probably where they're going to show a lot of the gameplay. We're probably going to get an extended trailer cutscene showing the actual gameplay, a lot of actual summon animations, a lot of stuff towards the game, to where we're going to see official gameplay, the official title, and basically start up the hype for the game again. Likely following the actual announcement of the game and the actual gameplay, probably, we're going to be getting the actual pre-registration logins that they're going to start up to build the hype to the game and probably release that as well. So boys, at the end of the day, boys, I know it's been a long journey so far. We've been waiting almost a year now to get official gameplay and, you know, to see where the game has come now. But, boys, we're near the end game. Or I guess you can call it the start game because we're about to get the game sometime soon. Also, currently right now, there are rumors, however, none of them have been confirmed, that the game will be coming out in the first quarter, so it's been delayed. However, I've also heard that those are also fake. So, once again, take it with a grain of salt. All that we do know right now is that the actual Twitter page has still put it out on Twitter, the hashtag Black Clover Mobile 2022, so they are still, I guess, spearheading for that release. But if it's anything to go off, it might be literally on the last day of 2022. So it might as well be 2023. But regardless, I don't think I'd mind it releasing in 2023. I'd rather them not be constrained to release date and release it when the game is ready. We saw how bad, you know, Slam Music Memory was when that released earlier than what was supposed to come out in. And it kind of killed a lot of hype for the game. Also, we see right now on Overwatch 2. I mean, granted, it's kind of fixed now, but that didn't have a good launch. So it's very important that the game has a good launch. Otherwise, it will lose a lot of players because they're not already going to give it another chance. And hopefully this time around, they don't release all the hype characters again. And once again, go back to Slap Music Memories. We did see that they released 3 of the hypest characters that they should have done for the first anniversary. And released in the first week of the game. And if you've played the last Black Clover mobile game, which is Phantom Knights, they done the same thing. They released the Devil on Global within the first 2 weeks of the game being out. So hopefully, once again, Vic Game Studios does take the time with this game and, you know, polishes it. You know, makes it the perfect gacha game and one of the perfect Black Clover games that we can get. So final thoughts, boys. If you've been following the channel, we're going to be continuing to update the game as well. But obviously, when the actual time comes, this is probably the last video I'll make on Black Clover Mobile until the official announcement, unless something crazy happens. But until then, boys, all we have to do is wait for the official announcement of the game with official gameplay, and then we can start building up the hype for the game. Start doing what we did, you know, 9 months ago. Do that all again with actual gameplay. We actually know what's happening and we actually know what's coming as well. So we can build up the hype, start getting ready for content, and then boom, when the game does drop, we all go crazy. Start maxing our yummies. We start maxing our character. It's gonna be sick, so boys. Hopefully you'll stick around until then. But until then, I probably won't make any more videos on Black Clover Mobile until there's worthy content. I'm not gonna re-report leaks because none of them are official, although some of them do look kind of spicy in terms of character designs. And also, there are some other rumors right now that there will be another closed beta, or at least a closed beta, where a lot of people, including us, people watching the video right now, can get their hands on the game, unlike the previous betas, which were more like focus group tests, which were all under NDA, so you can't even leak anything about what was in that actual closed beta. Where the new one should be open, at least in terms of getting access and showing the gameplay. But like I mentioned, they can't do that until they officially announce the game with all the voice acting and all the other stuff that comes along with announcing the game. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is a different or weird situation to be in right now because, well, normally when they announce the game, you have all the, you know, licenses already sorted out, where it looks like right now, they're just getting around to doing it. And yeah, lads, that is it. Black Clover is going to be massive next year. Not only is probably the manga going to end, there's no confirmed release date, but it is in its final arc, so it's possibly it does end sometime next year. We're also getting, obviously, the gacha game and also the movie. Yes, there is a Black Clover movie coming out, which once again we may see more around Jump Festa, and well, that's looking like to be a really good movie. But the mobile game should be out by the time that movie does come out, which means we can probably get some sort of celebration. I doubt we'll get anyone from the actual movie, maybe some sort of special login bonus or something, whatever is in the game at the time, because the movie does take place, granted, before the actual Black Clover storyline, and also after the time skip, so it's going to be tricky to get characters in the game. So yeah, boys, thank you for watching. Like I mentioned, this is probably my last video until the actual announcement, so boys, I'll see you lot in a few weeks time, and yeah, hopefully the gameplay is good. Boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.